good. Okay. Good morning, good morning. All right, so let me just share the screen. Winning trades this morning with this money zone orb, easy money. So let me just get that going. A live session with Mark Perch. Really good. I love this. I love this. Love, love, love it. If you're not in it, you want to be in it. Now I want to get onto, sorry. Okay. So this morning, the Sydney money zone is going against the trend. I didn't take it, but it was still a winning trade, right? Because this is in a strong trend. And on the hour, it did make a low. So it broke from this zone here. So we made a low. So, I mean, it could come up, but, you know, I did not get in that one, but it was still a winning trade. It's crazy. So this morning I did get in onto this. If I go onto the 5 minute, right, there's the zone here. It's respecting this zone. And if you look at the Heikin-Ashi candles, they're beautiful. Right, they got the fat, flat candle here, and everything is just underneath these moving averages on the 1 minute. You can have a look. So, you know, there was a trend line here, but there was a high probability that it was going to break through. So I jumped in, and I caught this move this morning. So I did get out here because I thought it was going to bounce up and I'd give back my profit. But anyway, that's yeah. But just looking here, have a look at the 1 hour, go on a naked chart. Real candles. It's tapped right into this candle here. So you just have to wait and see. So what's the time? We've got 5 more minutes until the hour open. Yeah. But yesterday there was all beautiful trades. If I go back yesterday, so waiting on this to see what it does, but so that was a beautiful trade. I will have the strategy out, but I'm still waiting on this Apex. But they did say in Traders Pulse that he's loading it all up. So that's why I don't have the updated strategy, because it helps with confirmations, right? Indicators are just an indication of what price is doing. Moving averages are a great visual aid. Most traders use them. And you can see here we broke out of this wedge here. So if I draw here, this broke out. That was a beautiful trade. There was a lot of money. All right. So it's the time 10:55. I've just got my charts over on my left, my right here. Have a look at the Dixie, what it's doing. Let's put this over here. This was selling as well at the same time. Interesting. What's silver doing? It's made a low. And we got the metals, right, making lower lows, lower highs, lower low. Bearish patterns. Same with gold. So this could retrace up. You're going against the trend. it's a risky trade. I'd rather just wait for another session or go into another pair or different thing to trade. So what's Australian dollar doing? Okay. If you listened to the video, I did a recording. I said, like, if this breaks out through here, it's buy. It's a beautiful uptrend. So at the moment, it's doing the same thing, just sitting here. You have to wait for it. The more it builds up, then woof, there we go. Beautiful. So this is not for me. What's Bitcoin been doing? Hmm. Nasdaq sometimes moves in Asia. Um, Bit of a risky trade, but this could come down and fill this gap. Could. Wow. Wowzers. This area here. Holy moly, I haven't even looked at these indices. Wowzers. It's an all-time high. Okay. Wow. Well, whoever was on that, that's a beautiful run. Oh, all right. Let me just go back to my gold here and have a look. So daisy. Yeah. And anyway, but this here, let me see. We might continue selling, but we do have this area here. If I go into don't think it's no, I'm not going to get into anything at the moment. But I did want to share with you these areas. Okay, so it's easy money, very easy money. This was the move this morning. So going with the trend. Fat high Kanashi candles. Right. This was yesterday's. I'm looking for patterns. There we go. There was more moves. There was more. This is, there's a wedge here, so that would have been nice. I didn't get into it, but you can see out of here, there's a pattern here, and up she goes. And the amount of winning trades is just, if you would get in here, you can even get on this retest. It's broken out this pattern, break, retest, and up she goes. And there's the next one. And you can see price at the moment through here. If you have a look, it's creating this kind of pattern, right? But here, if you see how the moving averages are flat compared to this. When the moving averages are all nicely apart, that's a nice trend. So I mean, even if you'd get in, but that was a loss. That was a win. That was a win. There's a trend line here. So you got to, market knowledge, just, but there is a wedge here. There was another win. So the amount of times that, it's just an easy strategy. But I will have the updated strategy for those that are funded. So now I go in here. 11 o'clock. Hang on, this looks like it wants to continue selling. No, I'm just staying out of that. It's hitting this. It might come down to here, probably will, for a breakout. So I'm not saying to get in, but it feels like it wants to come down to here. I'm personally not going to take that trade, but this is the orb forming right now. But there is this area to the left, to the left, to the left. So, but it looks like it wants to just go whoop down. So, all right. And then we've got right now, we've got the London. It's not actually London. If I go back. Internet. Come on now. It's a little slow because we're in our van, solar powered van that our beautiful son and our daughter-in-law made. They pretty much had a whole shell. Just there was nothing but a shell. So I get to wake up to what they created. So in here, see this, we're going with the trend. Put on our Heikin Ashi candles. All right. And in this, just looking at this, right, we made a low here. Right. So there is a bearish pattern here. Moving averages are above. We've got fat Heikin Ashi candles, and that's your nice sell for what I call London 1. And then we've got London 2. Right. Okay, and there's a bit more money, 1-to-1, watching what's to the left. And there's London 3. I normally go on to, there we go, there's more money here going with the trend. The German DAX, I like to trade that. This is massive. Did do that though, kind of. So there's your move there. Right. Out of here. So everything's underneath the moving averages. Everything lines up with the indicators. There was the day before. Boom. There was the day before. I could even get on this one out. That's why I call it these money zones. You wouldn't take this because we're going with the trend. There's more money. There's more money. All right. So this here is just discussed. Anyway, there was no trade here at all. See, look to the left, there's all that. It's just not an ideal trade. Okay, and then NASDAQ I like to do if I'm awake, which I never really am, a New York session. And if I go on here, and there it is here. Massive move out. Boom. All right, this is going against the trend. I mean, there was a big area here you wouldn't have bought here, but you can see here's a pattern, right? So it's just a really easy strategy. So, but Traders Pulse here. Rhonda is on right now and she's awesome. Get on her sessions, you know, take what she has and apply it. There's it's fantastic. Like she even put out, I think, a gold sell as well before. So her signals are pretty good. Sorry, my internet is really slow. Yeah, see it? I sell here at 52 minutes ago. Smack bang, boom, done. So, you've got so many people if you are not in here, right? For those that might watch this later on, right? Look at all these traders in here. It's all free. Okay. You put $100 or more in. Of course, the more capital you make, the more money you're going to make. But with, I mentioned on another live session, something like this. If I put on this one here, London, pre-London, all right. If I'm in here and I have, oops, hang on, where am I? Short position. All right. I have my mental stop loss. I don't have a stop loss on there. Right. I would have closed it here, but if you're coming in here, right, and you held this trade, the money that you make in here, if for example, if you had $100 account and you risk 20 or $10, right? Okay, you're in here, okay, depending on the size of this orb, right? So, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, there's $100 at least in here, This money the broker gave to you. And what I like to do, and other traders will disagree, but I can take some of this money, not all of it. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but, and then on a trade that's, high probability, if it's coming out of a wedge like this and we've got a downtrend, and the price is building up to go down again, I'll risk my 20, okay, my normal 20, for example, and then add, let's just say if I even put on $40, I take 20 of that, right? That is up to you. It did sell. If you got in, I didn't get in, but if you got in, it did sell. Yeah, so this, another run could make you another, $400. Okay. And that's how you can grow an account quicker, But, there's plenty of ways to compound. But if I come over here, right, so it's coming down. So if you did get in this, you'd be in profit. But yeah, I didn't get in. So but I should have held my trade from this morning. So that would have been, there's the orb again. So just this morning, if you just wouldn't even do any analysis again, right? We've got a winner, right? We've got more winner. And now we're just about to have another win. So even if you just went in, but you need to just make sure you have a look at the support and resistance areas. Yeah. But yeah, I thought I'd just jump on and just share this. Paris's VIP has got trades. If you're not in it, it's lifetime, money makes money. spending money makes money. It's like any business. He's got his Forex. I think he's doing his mentorship again as well. So, you know, it's good. Um, and also I think he's got the Forex can trade. It's copy trading as well. So, you know, you want to get in with. He was actually the first Forex trader that I came across 8 years ago. And I went, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to learn how to do this because they look like they had a lot of money. They were dripping in gold, those marketing. I didn't have a clue what Forex was. Wouldn't have had a clue. But anyway, I'm just going to leave it at this, and I thought I'd just do just an impromptu, just get on. Um, yeah, depending on what it would have done. But anyway, there's your money in there again. But looking there, very easy strategy. Like all of them. Actually, where is he? This he was an educator years ago. He's got some really, really interesting ways of trading. So, um, if you haven't been on him with him, it's good. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for jumping on. How you going, beautiful? All right, I'm gonna end this and oh my goodness. Zoom needs filters. All right. Auf Wiedersehen.